never doubt our ability to get something we want.
Yeah.
Mr. Graham, tell the good people what we're enjoying today.
We are going to enjoy a wee dram of WhistlePig, the Boss Hog, Everton's 10-point deduction. X, number 10, WhistlePig Boss Hog, the Commandments. This is a barrel-proof whiskey, 106.4 proof. That's 53.2 if you're counting at home. Ours came from barrel number 14, in case you were wondering. This one is quite interesting of a read. I'm just going to do the blurb from the website because they, know what they're talking about. Boss Hog X transcends tradition with a double finish inspired by our own land of milk and honey. Each barrel of straight rye whiskey is aged in new American oak before completing its journey in 2 unorthodox finishing barrels. The first is seasoned with our own experimental spirit, distilled from rye and whey. Excuse me. I don't know how I mixed those two words together, but I did. Infused with aromatic resins. Mel, that should get you excited. From the genera commonly known as frankincense and myrrh. Thus, taking it back to the old country, milk and honey.
Right.
Delivering notes of creme brulee, lemongrass, and rosemary to the final whiskey. The second and final finish is aged in craft mead casks, offering a mellow, round-bodied finish with hints of red berries and freshly crushed black pepper. The result, thousands of years' worth of wonder condensed into a bottle of biblical proportions, righteously rendered at barrel proof. So let's see if that lives up to the website blurb.
The nose is delightful. I haven't taken a sip yet. I definitely get a lot of lemon. You get a lot of that honey from, obviously, the mead.
Yeah, I get a lot of honey.
Yeah, a little bit of tannin as well.
I almost get the pepper on the nose.
So
I almost get a little spicy note on the finish of the nose there. That almost like a lemon pepper.
Yeah. I'll give you that. The this is the second Boss Hog from Master Blender Megan Ireland. It was previously Pete Lynch, and then Pete Lynch was trained by, obviously, the late great Dave Pickerel.
Yep.
We saw with last year's a lot of nose, but a little different in the flavor, a little more softer and nuanced. I'm wondering if maybe that's more Megan's style and how she does things. I haven't tasted yet, but the thing I knew with Pete, and I know Pete well, he was always very bold and aggressive in his flavors.
Yeah.
So
I'm almost getting like a baking spice over the middle now too, on the nose.
The nose is
could
lovely.
be like the creme brulee there.
106. You said that's interesting because they're normally like in that like 115, 118 range. So
106.4.
I don't have an issue with it being a little lower. If the barrel's good, the barrel's good. It doesn't matter what the proof is. Well, let's get a taste in here.
It's supple.
Ooh, I get the honey.
Big honey.
Definitely get the honey.
It's a lot of honey up front for me.
A lot of lemon, which is frankincense, has that kind of lemony thing.
Almost acidic.
Myrrh is going to be a little tannic, which I get a little tannin to it. So the resin barrel gives it a little backbone.
The kind of finish is almost
it's not just all sweet.
The kind of finish is almost like a spicy burnt marshmallow on the end. I like it. It sounds strange, but I like it.
I definitely get creme brulee, like that sugary, creamy,
like burnt sugar. Yeah, but it's a cream. Like I said, it's almost like a burnt marshmallow.
Yeah, it's definitely got some good. It's definitely got some viscosity to it, some creaminess, and it lays on the tongue. Knocked out of the park with this one.
I think this one's exceptional.
I very, very, very much like this one.
Amazing flavors.
This one's exceptional.
It's like I said, with last year's, again, whenever we're talking about bottles like this, we're being, it's like a chef on Top Chef, and you say they didn't add enough salt, right? You're just being picky. My only issues with last year is the big nose didn't necessarily resonate in flavor. Like I didn't like. when I smelt that big fig, I really wanted to taste big fig. Here, I smell honey
And
I
taste honey.
taste honey. So
Yeah.
that connection's there. This is a delightful fucking bottle of whiskey.
This is very good. Usually retails around $600, so
Yep.
be
Shit ain't gonna
careful with
cheap.
this. And it is a pleasure and a privilege to have it. And pat us on the back for being who we are.
Yeah, knowing people to get things done.
That's right.
And whenever we drink something like this, Mr. Graham, how should we drink it?
Get fucking shit faced.